Shades bring the show the week card clip from our episode of Raincoat back with this.
We're back.
I gotta admit, I'm definitely done with Code Rain. Like I said last time, that thing's not on my console anymore. I did everything, and I'm dead with it.
You mean Solar Ash?
Yeah.
You mean Solar Ash?
Well, yeah.
You said Code Rain.
No, I said whatever the last thing was.
No, you said, yeah, I'm totally done with Code Rain. It's off my console. That is what you just said to me. Alright.
Well, it was obviously I meant what I was last playing.
Yeah, I understand. I got it. I corrected you.
That literally was the most obvious contradiction that anyone could have figured out.
It's okay, man. It's okay. Let's just go. The culprit is not among us.
You know, I didn't see a little nugget.
Alright.
Alright.
So why'd you kill this girl?
Dead girl. God, it looks like fucking rigor mortis already set in. I mean, I guess it has been about 2 weeks,
I'm
3
not sure if it will
weeks
help,
since we've been here.
But can I tell you what I saw?
You remember putting poison in the bottle? I mean, yeah, sure. What did you do?
Yes, please.
During the performance, I was doing odd jobs in the wings.
Yes, that explains why you were why you weren't behind the scenes.
No,
when they were
alright.
when the poison was brought out.
Members, there wasn't anyone wondering about, like an outsider. I mean, other than when Desuhiko jumped in right at the beginning of the play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Well, that's part of the...
What the fuck?
Perfect.
Oh, it's not there, huh? Really? Yeah, it's occupied. No, you don't say, huh? Huh? It's occupado? What the fuck you mean? It literally can't be. No one is using it. That's like, imagine if a porta potty just like randomly was like, nah, I'm not opening for you.
Occupied.
It's just like...
Nah, just you in particular, just fuck you.
Just
For
like,
this point, for this period of time.
There's just nothing. Oh my god, why?
No reasoning.
Restart my
Right.
capture card. Alright,
Okay.
yeah. It just randomly was like, yeah, I'm occupied, and it's like no one's in there. It's like, listen, it's called a break. We take those as well. I'm on edge, but what?
The audio's cutting out a little bit.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, no, it's raining here lately.
Oh, okay, I see.
Alright.
You can't see everyone from the stage after all. Isn't that why he went up there? So he could memorize all the faces that were there?
You know what? Let's go with that. That makes a lot more sense than the reality.
Sure.
Right. I think he just wanted attention.
He's not
But setting that aside, since she didn't see any outsiders, the only persons of interest are those within the theater club. I'll keep that in mind while taking a look around. I've done a few investigations already. I should be able to handle this now.
I mean, I guess you've done one or two, technically. It's like, when I think of you, I think 3, personally.
Yet you were hopelessly reliant on yours truly until now. I see it's not your brain making the decisions anymore.
This is a good point. If Shinigami doesn't help us at all, this will be, like if we don't have the maze at all.
Hopeless. Right.
If we don't have that labyrinth at all, I mean, I doubt that's the reality. Like, I'm sure we're like strong armor, or she'll be like...
We could solve a mystery without it. It's just that,
based on the gameplay loop, that's not likely to be the case.
Right, it's not likely to be the case. But it is
The
technically
eyes are
possible
wide
with the
open from
rules
agony.
laid out so far.
The body is completely motionless.
I know, it's dead.
I can immediately tell she's dead.
Poisoning?
You know?
Though she displayed many expressions while acting.
I don't know, that Pepto-Bismol, I
face
think
is
there needs to be a
frozen
few
in
more
death in the end.
liters before I would assume they're dead, you know? Like, their skin isn't pale enough. I really need to see more
Right, like I said,
Pepto-Bismol.
This isn't an act.
It looks
She
like
was
rigor
struck
mortis
by
is
an
kind of
abrupt
said
and
it.
unscripted death.
Which doesn't like, rigor mortis is the stiffness of, like, the body, but this is just, like, she's
Isn't it
decolored.
also like the start of the decomposition?
No, I don't, like, I think it's just, like, an effect of
Decomposition
one.
starts with rigor mortis.
I think it's like one of the effects, but I don't think, like the main issue I'm having, right, even if it
They're
was
not
rigor
mainly
mortis, is
connected.
the fact that the skin is changing color. That's the part that's like,
Right,
wow,
it's-
you had makeup. Did they just take off your makeup and say, oh no, you're dead, you know? Or did your blood just say, no makeup, just get rid of that makeup, and it just auto-unequipped?
I mean, I guess the
Was
body
it
would. The
poison?
body hails after death, and usually, I think in the embalming process they'll do something to darken the skin tone. Actually, I think I was remembering the process of death wrong.
Yeah. Was it
Anyways.
poison? You know, I'm not sure. She drank from
Yeah,
a bottle, and then she puked up her intestines. So, you know, something tells me it wasn't natural.
That's most likely the case.
It must have been Taco Bell, man. It must have been.
There are no external injuries, and given the circumstances, she must have ingested poison.
How would you couldn't really tell from here. Like, you haven't done an autopsy. Maybe she's been stabbed. Like maybe she's
I
been
just
stabbed
didn't-
and it's hidden under the garments, you know? She does have a dress on.
But when. Well, I guess, but what would stab her then?
Some device on them. I can think of a Sherlock mystery where the person
Well, you
got
wouldn't be able to-
killed within their wardrobe, with it being an outside
What
force.
they're wearing. What? I don't think so, man. She's wearing a corsenet. Those are made to make it to where I trust nothing can fit under
Well,
the
yeah,
dress.
that's what would push the blade into them.
Yeah, well, she had it on the entire performance. Why
Yeah,
would it
so she would
only
bleed
then
slowly
work?
until it just got to a bad point where maybe it stabbed her heart. I don't know.
And
I'm
she
just
just
saying
stayed
that
up
it's
there getting
technically
stabbed to death the
possible.
entire show.
Well, yeah, because the blade
What
would
are you-
stop the bleeding until it just got to a
Right.
breaking point. But the whole point is the fact that we can't examine the body, so there could be some puncture wound that we just can't see because it's a dress.
This will be
No,
tough to solve if that's the case.
I don't think so,
I
man.
know
I
nothing
think
about
I think
poison.
it's best to just admit not on that.
There could be. You've got no way to prove it.
What? A detective who doesn't know his poisons? Don't tell me you're a poison virgin.
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't be wrong.
Ew, gross.
All right.
Well, you perverted little detective. Get on your knees and apologize, and maybe I'll teach you a thing or two.
Us femboys do not bow down to you, dominatrixes.
How about something like, I'm sorry, I should know my place. I can't live without you, Shinigami.
If she was murdered with poison while on stage, the poison must have been prepared somewhere else.
I mean, I feel like that was
What?
should have been assumed. Did you not see the cauldron scene where they were stewing a poison? And it's like, no father, no duh. It was made off stage.
I need to
I mean,
look
the
for that while
poison
checking
could have
out
been made
anywhere
on stage,
else
but
that
like
seems suspicious.
could have been like planted, like while on stage. If
Well, he's
That's
saying
how
that
I
it was
immediately
made.
took it.
He was saying that it wasn't made on stage.
right, okay, that made me a little bit confused.
Yeah,
but
he just said
you're right.
that the poison,
took it as, like-
must have been prepared somewhere else, meaning that it was made somewhere else.
I thought like prepared as in like prepared to have been like poisoning someone. Like it was
No,
like the poisoning was prepared on like somewhere else.
no.
but
I
If it
assume
was
he
just
just
the
meant
making,
making the
the
poison
making
because
of the poison, the making of the poison, right?
Yeah.
That's I understand that's what you
Hey,
think,
don't
but
ignore me,
and I think you might be
jerk.
right. I think I probably misunderstood it.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a corpse.
Honestly, ignoring Shinigami is probably the best part of this game, because that's all there should be.
There are 2 glasses on the table. The props used for the Duel of Poison's cups. I think this glass was supposed to be stored upside down on the shelf in the back. Cotton was the victim, but she's also the one who set it on the table. Maybe poison was already applied to the glass beforehand.
But if that was... No, I guess that is actually possible. If it's like a vapor, if it was like a vapor and it was something that was like just being held
Or
inside the glass, or it's just a sugar.
I mean, I guess like a heavier vapor than what is air, like
Yeah.
I think borane. But
Or
also borane and gases like that have chemicals. I'm thinking more trace evidence of something lined on the glass. That'd be way more likely.
But wouldn't that be much more obvious then?
No, because the trace evidence could be just a slight dusting powder or just something
but
lined on the rim
even if
that's
it's
hard
dust,
to notice
that's noticeable.
from glass. Not really. It
These are
depends on
perfectly
like
clean
what it
glasses.
is. There's also invisible like shit. There's invisible chemicals and shit you could lace on shit. Meanwhile,
Hey,
gases
do
are
you know who
again,
prepared
like I
these
said,
glasses?
more colored.
Well, they're also
So,
they
again-
can also be. Well, the reason why I said vapor is because I was thinking of an odorless, like something that would like stay in the glass while it was upside down.
Most
And
most
if it was
heavier
there long
glass-
enough, then it could
heavier-
leave a contamination. So even if it left the
Oh,
glass
right.
when it got
That's
flipped
right. They
upside
were
down,
upside down.
so
Yeah,
even if they
'cause
got
heavier,
flipped,
for it to work like that, it would have had to been for it to not have escaped into the air when flipping them up or like when having them down. It would have just escaped if it was a heavier gas like borane. And also, like I said, more heavier things have color, and having it lined with something would mean it wouldn't leave the glass at any point. It's just lined in thing. Plus, more chemicals like that are invisible to the eye,
Oh,
which is
it's the
more
girls
fitting
on
for
prop
glass.
the freshmen are handling them this time.
really, you who got into the chemistry set?
Do you know where this glass was before
Likely,
it was
right.
placed on stage?
Props are kept in the theater club storage. This glass should have been in there too.
You know what would be a really sad revelation if we come to the end of this and we find out that it was actually a freshman who just really messed up some dosage for a prank?
It's
Like they were
Right,
gonna
it's-
pull a prank, but they just
or
like made
just
the
some
dosage
shit.
outrageous to a lethal degree.
that's a hell of a prank. That's an illegal prank, my
I
man.
know, well that's
That's
the
an
point,
illegal
right?
prank.
Like
What?
the idea
No.
is that they're trying to prank
No.
someone, like,
What kind of
oh,
pranks are you
but then
playing?
they don't measure it and they don't know what are the threats
No.
of large
Pranks are-
exposure.
Pranks are completely harmless, and also in any sense of chemicals that like would do something prank adjacent, even that's still roofing someone, which is highly illegal.
I mean, have you seen movies like roofing in games? Some games, like roofing
I
people
don't-
is seen
I
as a prank. And my point is that
What?
if
Is it? I see it as a fucking. I don't know.
no, I
fucking
get why it's illegal, and I get
fucking
what it
people
is.
It's illegal.
I'm not saying it's
It's
legal.
no-
What I'm saying
On
is
what circumstance is that a prank? I've never heard of anything like that.
it's a prank on the stance that they don't expect
No.
it coming, so you do it.
That's,
Like a prank
that's
is
not
just
a prank. That's just an asshole illegal move.
yeah, it's
A prank is
illegal,
something
but
where
it's a
both people
prank.
come out, both people come out laughing, and it's just like, haha, it's a harmless thing. Otherwise, you're just being an asshole doing something illegal. That's not a prank anymore.
It's still a prank. Plenty of illegal,
Oh, I'm not
like
having this
illegal
conversation.
things can be pranks.
End conversation. End conversation.
And at no point am I justifying it. I'm not saying it's good or that it's legal. I'm not justifying it by any means.
Right.
I'm just saying I've heard of it being called a prank and seen it being done in
Never.
lesser intense moments where it's just dropped on a dime.
That I don't see that as at all being. I don't think you can say roofing someone is, in any context, less intense or extreme. I feel like, in general, that is an
I mean, have you
extreme
not
situation.
seen, I'm specifically giving a scene from Life is Strange, the Chloe one, where you follow Chloe.
I've never
And
seen.
basically,
What is Life
their
is
friend
Strange?
just is like, hey, you know this girl who's like my run, like it's like a play, right? And there's the main person and then the person who's their backup in case they can't make it. Basically, the backup says, hey,
Wait.
poison the main character so I can actually be
What?
the main character. Cool.
What?
Thanks for that.
What is?
And it's a roofie.
This is not a prank. This is sabotage. And
Well, yes, that is
evilness.
sabotage, but I've seen it in movies where it's a prank.
What? Oh my god. What
But
shit?
in the specific
kind
instance
of
of
shit
Life is
have you
Strange,
been
they just kind
watching?
of dropped it on a dime out of nowhere.
What is? What is Life is Strange? I've never heard of that.
I'm surprised. I really am. You really?
What?
Yeah, I don't know how you've not heard of it, but yeah, Life is Strange. That's one line that just blows.
Was that that's a very, very odd, not okay thing. But anyways, wait, I do know it. Life is Strange was a video game series.
Yes. Where
It
timey-wimey
had
travel happens
seasons?
and... Yeah.
Time? Really?
Yeah,
I just
time
knew it
travel.
had seasons.
Seasons.
Okay, I didn't know any. I didn't.
It's
I just
seasons?
saw it in like or chapters or seasons or something. I know it was in different parts. I saw it.
I know that the later one they made, where it was like it was following two brothers, came in like 4 episodes. I remember. I think. I don't remember if Life is Strange
I don't-
did. It might have. I don't remember.
I don't know anything about it. I just remember seeing that it was like Life is Strange, like season or chapter 1 or something like that.
But anyway,
And
the
that's
pre-sequel
all
to
I
Life
know
is
about it.
Strange, where Chloe's like asked by someone to roofie someone else so they can be the main character,
That is
just on the drop
that
of
is-
a whim.
absolutely insane. That is not a prank. That is.
I'm just saying that.
Actually, I wonder
on
what
top,
that would
on top
qualify.
of that, I
Is
was
that
pointing out the
qualify
fact that
under
if someone
assault?
wasn't being aware of how bad it can get if you do overdosing, I was saying that if it was just an accident, and it was the fact that they actually went
I don't-
over,
It's an accident.
they
I think
overdosed.
Accidentally roofing someone. I think.
No, the roofing part was
I wonder
intended.
if it-
The part that was intended was them dying. That was the unintended part.
I guess that's a hell of a prank, man. Yeah,
theater club
you really had the one
storage.
having the final laugh on
In
that one.
case, any club member would have access.
Yeah, seriously.
I wonder if roofing
was
does
real poison applied
that's
to the
under
glass?
assault, isn't it?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I know it's illegal.
I know, but
I
like
just thought
what
it could be
section
possible.
is it under in the law book? I wonder.
Probably under some either assault or imagine something about drugs, because if you give, I know there's like, did you know there's like a law where I remember it was like there was this story about a kid who was giving his friend an inhaler from his backpack, and he was like suspended for
Oh yeah, I remember.
giving out drugs.
Giving drug dealing.
Yeah.
I remember that, but that's a very separate situation. But
I know,
remember
no, I
seeing the
just mean
story
like,
of
I was
how
gonna say
he
that if
saved
it was
the
like
kid's
something
life.
about drugs, because a roofie is
Right.
a concoction, it's not like, it's not just like herbal or anything like that, it is like, it is a drug.
But there's the risk of being
Something
caught by
synthetic,
applying the
usually.
poison after it was moved to the set. If poison was
Right.
applied, it would have been before being brought to the set.
But on days like this, when there's an open rehearsal, props are brought out of storage right after school. The glass should have stayed on that shelf the whole time.
After school. Which means it'd be even harder to apply poison before then.
Yes. At the very least, the props in the set were fully prepared at least 1 hour before the performance.
imagine we
This vial is
just take a
supposed to
whiff
have
of the
poison in
poison
it,
vial, we just
according
like
to the
die.
script.
It's just like, oh god, this is the real thing!
I forgot which one it was the poison.
Oh my fucking
God
god.
damn it.
Bite me!
Fucking the
Fucking
game
bite
died
me.
with us. God damn it. Alright.
Device is occupied. No it isn't though.
Oh no.
You actual dimwits.
You fool!
Alright. Getting it with you. Wait, is it actually gonna show? Hold on. I was gonna show it to you, but then I realized I don't even think it's actually showing. God fucking damn it. Alright. We'll be right back. Alright. Yeah.
But it's
Continue.
empty now. It's dry and shows no signs of ever being wet.
Man, just like yourself, my guy.
To be sure, the poison in this vial wasn't real, and it was just another prop, right?
Yeah, I'll take a swig of it.
Absolutely. It was
And have
always
her
empty.
take a swig.
The contents spill easily because of the loose lid, so we don't even keep colored water in it. Cotton just pretended to pour poison from the vial into the glass on stage.
Then it's hard to imagine there being any poison inside it.
I mean, do we wanna pretend, like, can we do anything about, like,
Right, it
investigating
was
the
never
bottle?
wet.
I
Like I
get that
said-
it's
like
not
I-
likely to have anything in it, but at the same time, shouldn't we,
No,
you
it
know,
said
even...
that the bottle is extremely dry. He's saying that that is
Oh,
the
okay.
bottle. He investigated it. He said it was
I
completely
thought
dry.
you meant, like,
He
the
said
outside
there
of
was no
it,
poison.
like he was expecting
No,
it to be
oh,
wet on the
no.
outside.
There's a wine bottle on
And
the
even
table.
if there was something inside of it, she just confirmed that it would have gotten on the outside even then, because the liquid would just spill from it.
Well, no, they said they just didn't put stuff in it in general just because of how
Be-
easy it spilled.
Because it would have spilled, which means that the outside would have been wet too if there was something in it.
Not necessarily. If you're facing
That's
it
exactly
completely downward.
what she just. What?
She's saying
If
it would
she-
spill
if,
on
like,
the
carrying
table,
the
not
tray
spill on
out
the
on-
bottle. And even if that was the condition, it would normally
for
be.
it to spill
This
out
isn't the
of-
normal
on the
like
table.
they had it upside down.
I thought they meant like when carrying it out, but okay.
I mean, I thought they meant like when it's resting on like a table, it like you could like hit it with your like pinky or something, and it would like, and then the lid would come off. You know, like I get it's loose, but I mean, from my understanding, I thought it meant like
like
just-
slight movements would
daily
make it
occurrences.
spill slightly.
so you wouldn't expect anything
Right.
to be on the inside. But I guess if he said it, if he didn't look on the inside and it's dry, it doesn't matter if it's likely or not.
Right, it doesn't
Connor
matter.
poured the liquid from this bottle and started to suffer after drinking it. Then that means there's a chance the
The other
poison
one,
was mixed into this bottle.
I don't think that's likely based on the fact that.
Because the other person drank
Yeah.
some too. Again, like I said, I think it's laced on the cup.
This isn't wine in here, right?
Of course not. It's just grape juice. I poured out the bottle and replaced what was inside.
Oh.
Huh? You, Kurumi?
After class, I was asked to help out before I went to get you. I'm still a theater club
Oh.
member after all.
So you're the one who poisoned it. I mean, what?
Were both the wine
Yeah,
and grape
sure.
juice sealed before you swapped them out?
Yes. I received the unopened wine bottle from a club member. I uncorked the bottle and poured the wine down the sink. It's a waste, but we can't drink it anyway.
I mean, you could leave it for the adults. Like, it's not like this world is dystopian where, like, no one can drink wine. Like, you could preserve it somewhere. You don't have to just waste it. like there are teachers here. If it was just kids here, but okay, maybe I could get that. But you know, there are adults in the area, so it's like you definitely could do something with this.
After that, I went to the cafeteria and bought a can of grape juice. Of course, this was also unopened.
I mean, I'd be concerned if the can of grape juice was open, because if you got it from like
Right.
like imagine you went to your cafeteria and you went to get a can of soda, but it was open. Wouldn't that spill everywhere in the machine? Like you would get it and it would be like halfway empty. That would be so. Like, the idea of getting an open can from a vending machine sounds so
That
dumb,
would
and it would
suck.
be such a waste.
For some reason, like, and it's the staining. For some reason, that reminded me of one time. I remember when I was younger, I came home from school, and I don't know how my dogs managed to do it, but my one dog managed to get into a lower cabinet, grab a can of cranberry preserve, and like whatnot,
Yeah.
like, or whatever, like, and just fucking ripped the metal can apart. Fucking, there was cranberry on the ceiling, and I just remember having to clean up a stained cranberry ceiling.
I mean, being on the ceiling could be that it was just shot out, like there was enough pressure and it was just angled perfectly or something.
Right.
But at
And
the
it-
same time, I'm not
it's-
surprised because like dogs have amazing strength when it comes to
It
their
was
mouth.
right. It was a pit bull.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
that's
we
like
used to
I'm
have-
pretty sure that's one of the strongest. I think it's
Yeah,
like
they have a strong jaw muscle. Right. They're
I
very
used to have.
harmless
I remember
though.
my.
They're
I remember
innocent.
in my old home back where I used to live. There
Less
was
so traumatized.
in my room. One time when I had to go with my family out to a dinner because it was around the season, we left and we had to leave our dog in my room to separate because we didn't know what they could get into because they were very acrobatic and very. You know, they got into basically anything that wasn't like screwed down.
Right.
So we had to put them in my room, and they literally dug a hole through my door. So there was only like a thin plywood left at the bottom where it was like, what
Well,
the hell? Just like-
dogs like their owners. They do
Literally
anything
through
for
the
them,
wall. Just- I
including
was like,
cross
goddamn.
through a wall.
I poured the
Alright.
juice into the bottle, then put the cork back. I passed the bottle to a club member, and my job was done. That bottle was then placed with the glasses on the shelf before the performance.
I see. With so many people around, poison couldn't be added to the bottle after it was placed on stage.
Huh, and you're the last one who had it. Bunch of no's, a bunch of stage hands. That's what she was
If
saying.
poison was mixed in, it'd be before it was brought on stage.
Okay, that's this table. Wait, is that this table? Okay, yeah, it's gotta check. Do we go back there? Yes, we do, okay. Huh?
There's a script on the floor.
That's a script of the play.
Oh,
Someone must have dropped it in all the chaos.
The script describes the Duel of Poisoned Cups scene. The character Natasha, played by Cotton, is supposed to take the wine and glasses from the shelf.
hold on.
Okay.
Let me get a refresher. Kanan is that blue dress
The girl that
or
was
okay? That's
next
the blue
to her.
dress. Okay, that's blue dress. Okay, Kanan.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was Rodina. Never mind.
Yeah. No, that's the yellow dress.
So Rodina.
After
Right,
that,
right,
the
right.
glasses are shuffled on stage. According to the script,
It totally shuffles glasses. No, make sure the audience cannot see glasses. Until he's finished. Natasha, it is my turn then. Natasha also shuffles in a similar way. I am ready. Until and Natasha stand on opposite sides of the table facing one another.
after that, Cotton takes the first glass, and they both drink at the same time. Unfortunately, Cotton's glass turned out to actually be poisoned. Kurumi, I was
Could be
wondering
someone who is aiming
about
for
the script.
either one of their positions.
Well, here's the other thing, right? The one who died
Right.
was one, like, because we just got down.
Was the main lead.
Was the
Right,
one,
there was the main
goddamn
lead
it, why
and then
is
the
it
side
main?
lead, right? And I'm just saying it's a possibility that it was someone even lower that didn't care who it was and just wanted one of them out the picture.
Well, what I was gonna bring up is that. So this was the honor student who like basically is like the manager. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly from the
Wouldn't
description.
that just walked in randomly? Wasn't the girl who walked in randomly in the middle of the play or something?
That was Kurumi. I'm pretty sure.
Really? I thought there was another girl who we just didn't know who walked in on the side of the play, like during the middle, and we just didn't know who it was.
I mean, at the time, I thought that was Kurumi for sure. Which makes me think that...
I thought it was someone else. I thought it was a new character.
I mean, I can watch the video afterwards, but I'm pretty sure it was Kurumi.
Right, I really don't remember.
Because, I wouldn't... The reason why I think it's Kurumi, right, is because I called it out. I'm like, wait, Kurumi? Like they made a point of pointing out that someone did move, like, in between the play. Like, at this point, the stagehands shouldn't be out in front. So when we saw Kurumi, it was like, huh? Why are you here? And it just was like, oh, I guess you're leaving now. Okay. But anyway,
Didn't remember that. I just remembered a random student, I thought with brown hair.
but the other thing is that
disappearing
we were,
from the
Kurumi was just
vomitorium.
getting the download about, oh, these are the people who probably killed Aiko, and then Karen's dead.
Right.
And then we find
I
her
understand.
walking, presumably her, unless if I was mistaken. We find her going up to the crimes. We go and find
I
her
could
like
be
walking to the stage.
mistaken, but I thought it
But
was
at the
someone
same
else.
time, we know that the poison must have done had to be done
Beforehand, anyways. Right.
Oh no, I just thought it was something that would be really stupid, but I really like the idea if it's possible. What if she
I
went
don't
on the
wanna
stage
hear it.
lighting area and she dropped a poison and aimed for Karen's cup? Like, that would be stupid because I don't know how you would aim that. That would be so luck based. But I really like that idea because
Just like with a dropper from the top being above the stage. Just like, jump. I'll get this cup. I'll get it. I'll get that spot. Fucking,
well, no, I don't think she cared
How we
about
doing
the
on
role.
time?
I really don't think if it ends up being Kurumi, it was just revenge. If it's
it
Kurumi,
was
it's
probably
just for
revenge.
revenge.
Right. It was
Now, if it
probably
was someone
revenge.
else, like we're suspecting someone else, then it's like, okay, that's probably gonna be unless if someone else shows like a really care for Aiko, like seems really like they seem to
Interested.
be
Invested.
invested.
Right.
Then it's like, okay, maybe it's
Um,
revenge, but for these other characters, it's just like, oh, they might just want to get up in the system, like you're saying. Well, actually, no, you're specifically saying it's an underling who's undescribed, which I would highly doubt, unless if they introduce someone new as we're investigating, which is possible. I doubt they would include a new character randomly.
I didn't know if it was a new character. I just thought it was someone with brown hair. I didn't think it was this girl. Or
Wait.
Harumi, or whatever.
Wait, you think you remember it with brown hair? Then that's not Kurumi
That's
then. If it was brown hair, then that was that was this
Right.
one.
Right. I didn't know who it was, but I just
mean, it
remember
could
the
have been
character
either
who
one
walked
because
into the
obviously you went to a
vomitorium was
stage for Warren and Karen, so it could have been Kurumi or Yoshi.
That's the
but
thing. That's the thing. That's the only thing I remembered about the girl who walked in, like in the vomitorium, was that they had brown hair. That's the only thing I remembered.
I mean,
Like I
that
said, I
must be
could be
Yoshi,
wrong about that, but
I'll look at the
Right.
footage tomorrow
Right.
when we do my rest
How
of
we
my
doing on
episodes.
time?
You know what? 34 minutes is fine. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, do the stuff on screen. If you have any questions, send a console or to our Discord server. There's links in the description and our about section. Other medias are there as well as their associated. On the left is a recommendation from YouTube, and the right is the series